Hey guys, it's nice and cool this morning and it's supposed to really heat up this week, so I think I am long overdue in pricking out my cut flower seedlings, which I don't even remember when I planted them. I planted them way too early, but I just sort of sprinkled a cut flower mixture all over this pan of soil, and lots of them have grown in. But they're not going to get any bigger unless I give them their own pots and start giving them a little better attention. So this is the mix, and I'm surprised I even have it. It's wet and filthy, but it looks like a pretty mix of flowers, and it was just called the Cut Flower Mixture Heirloom Variety. And let's see if we can make out what's supposed to be in here. It's supposed to be Aster Crago Mix, Coxcomb Plumosa, Cosmos Sensation, Gypsophilia Baby's Breath, Bachelor Button Double Mix, Calendula Pacific, Beauty, something Beauty, Marigold Crackerjack, Pink's Double Mix, Snapdragon Tetra, and Zinnia California Giant. So I'm going to give as many of these as I can, as much soil as I can spread out. I'm going to give them each their own pot, and we'll see what they grow up into. Hopefully they haven't been neglected so badly that they don't thrive, but I think if they're growing this crowded, they must be strong little seedlings. So I'm going to pot them up, and then I will come back and show you how many pots I was able to make. And later on in the year, we can see what they grow into. So I'm just gently separating all the seedlings out as I go, just like this. And as you can see, their root ball isn't very big, but it's going to have a nice big pot to grow in. So we'll see how they do once they transplant up. The thing about annuals is they really grow quickly once they like the conditions, and also once it heats up. And this is the week where it's really going to heat up. So I'm just going to go one by one and see how many little plants I get. Okay, that took quite a bit of time, but I have potted up all the most robust of the seedlings. And this is the amount of resources I have. I do still have a few, and I'll continue to water them and see which ones thrive. But I did try to get as many varieties as I could. The only one I recognize are the Cosmos, which I've already trimmed back, and actually it's budding up right there in the elbows. I don't know if you can see that, but that causes it to be a bushier plant when you go ahead and pinch that. But anyway, I tried to represent as many different types of little plants that I could, and I did choose the most robust, and I think I'm going to stop there because that is the resources I have. But gosh, guys, look at that. I think getting a cut flower mixture, as long as you don't mind surprises in the garden, is the way to go, because look at all those plants. I feel like I'm at a plant nursery. So my plan is to water and nurture these, and in a few days, once they get over the shock of transplanting, I'll go ahead and give them some Miracle Grow or some type of liquid fertilizer, a very diluted solution probably, but I'll start fertilizing them, and once they fill up their little cups or their little pots, I'll go ahead and plant them out in little spots in the garden. Probably most of them will go in the rustic flower garden, but I'll pop them into different areas and we'll see what they make. But that is a great deal for 99 cents. Look at all those plants, and a few still left in here, which might be fine. And while I was doing it, I got something I ordered from eBay. It's a live plant, and I'm going to go ahead and unbox it off camera, and I'll show you what I've got. I want to be careful with it because I'm quite excited about it. And it came all the way from Georgia, so I'll show you in just a moment. And this is what I ordered on eBay. I've gotten really excited lately about Japanese maples, and I know that a few of the seedlings I ordered last year, in fact all of them have grown up probably doubled in size. So they do really well as seedlings, and it certainly is an economical way to pick them up from time to time. So this little seedling I ordered is called a Sango Kaku Japanese maple, and it's a 9 to 10 inch seedling, and it was only $8. So I think it's an incredible deal for a Japanese maple. And the reason I chose it, it's got green leaves and beautiful shape to the leaves. Look how pretty. But it gets a coral trunk. The stems and the trunk are a coral color. And it's just an exquisite tree year-round, even without its leaves, because of the coloration of the trunk. So I believe these get to be about 15 to 20 feet. This is not a dwarf one. I will put it in a pot for about a year and let the roots develop before I go ahead and plant it out in the garden. I think it'll give it a better chance. But like I said, the other ones that I ordered last year did really well in a pot together over the winter and got really strong, and now I've kind of separated them into their own pots. But this is so exciting, guys. I am so excited to have this little beautiful seedling. It was in the mail for about 3 days, coming from Georgia. So I am just thrilled. I'm going to go plant it in a pot, and I've already watered in my other seedlings that I pricked out into their own pots here. So I'll keep them close to the house where I can water them well. And doesn't this little Japanese maple seedling look darling with the Coleus? This Coleus is rebounding from a haircut. I've been taking some cuttings on it. But look at how the green goes with it. I think this will be a perfect spot for it for the time being because it's very shady over here. It's partial shade, I should say. It will get a couple hours of sun, but not blasting sun. And that is actually what Japanese maples prefer. So they like a partly shady location. So this will grow on maybe for about a year. We'll see how it goes. And I've got some little seedlings I found out front, underneath my own Japanese maple tree. So they can all live here together for a while, unless I think their conditions need to change. And I am just so thrilled with that. And I'm so thrilled that it made it on its little mail trip all the way from Georgia. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and I hope you're having fun in your gardens.